Good morning, guys. Welcome to Seriously Fast Media. Of course, I'm your host, Tom Ludermoser. Today, I'm going to go over something that might be a little controversial, and that is, quite simply, guys who aren't impressing anyone so far in 2022. We've got some teams, some drivers who are really hammering it home. You've got both the Trackhouse racing teams. You've got drivers who went out the first couple races and just killed it, but didn't end up getting wins, like Tyler Reddick. You had William Byron, who is the second highest lap leader for the season. Scored his win this past weekend. You've got Ryan Blaney, who keeps getting close. He's led so many laps. He is your lap leader at 205 laps led, but he just can't seem to get it done. He's got stage wins. But then again, Reddick and Chastain have stage wins. You've got Martin Truex Jr., who swept both stages in the 500, who hasn't really impressed anybody. He's had some decent runs. He's got some stage points, but again, not really impressive. You've got Chase Elliott, who has managed to squeeze off some stage wins. He's managed to squeeze off some stage points. Had not spectacular races, but he seems to be there and keep getting that consistency level. He is, after all, your points leader, although that does put him 6th in terms of the playoff standings with your 5 winners that we have currently. I mean, it is a very different season. We've seen a lot of parity. We've seen a lot of drivers who otherwise we thought would be up there. Denny Hamlin, he is the absolute worst in the points and playoff standings when it comes to some of the big names. Kevin Harvick's doing pretty decent. Kyle Busch can't seem to get any luck on his side. And Kyle Larson, after his win in only the second race of the season, he honestly hasn't racked up too many points. He's only in the 40s in terms of overall stage points so far, and 2 DNFs. William Byron has 3. You've got a lot of these drivers that just are not impressing anybody. So where do we look? Before we get into that, guys, make sure you hit up the Twitter. Seriously_fast at Twitter. Seriously Fast Media on Twitter. I've got a pretty cool giveaway for you guys. I'm giving away a winner's choice 124. You got the Alex Bowman throwback from 2020, the Jimmy Johnson tribute, sponsored by Chevy Goods and Truck Hero. And we've also got the 2020 Brad Keselowski Richmond win, complete with all 3 win stickers on the side. And of course, it comes with all the bits and pieces. That one there is brought to you by Michigan Diecast. Make sure you check him out on YouTube as well, Instagram, Twitter, all of them. So, with that being said, there are some drivers who just absolutely have had horrible luck. Here's a statistic I bet you didn't know. Denny Hamlin has never, before this season, never DNF'd the Daytona 500. This season, he was taken out in the first caution. A lot of people blame the new car. It very well could have been the new car, but he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. The damage on that car didn't look that bad. I was there. I was at the Daytona 500. That's where I got this really nice shirt. But he did not end up finishing it. It was the first one in his career. Now, that luck has just persisted on. I mean, he's absolutely done nothing all season long. Is there something to worry about with Denny? Has he got his head too far into 2311? Or is he just not getting accustomed to this new car the way that he may have hoped he would have? I just don't know. I can't foresee it. I'd love to know, and I'd love to get a word from him. But obviously, Seriously Fast Media is a nobody news agency. We don't have any clout. I'm working very hard to get the NASCAR media credentials, and honestly, they haven't dished them out yet. I've sent a few emails who said, we'll get you whatever you need, but I haven't gotten them yet. With that also being said, Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick had a great run last week at Atlanta. He scored some stage points, and let's be honest, he looked like he had an opportunity to go up there and potentially compete. Got caught up again by a wreck at Atlanta Superspeedway. Yes, I am going to call it that from now on, by the way. Don't get mad at me. Don't bite my head off. I'm doing it. With that being also, we just, a lot of these drivers are just not performing the way we would fully expect them to. You've got the guys who really you wouldn't expect to see up there. Like I said, you've got the Trackhouse Racing team. They're all the way up there at front. They're scoring stage points. They're scoring top 5 finishes. They're scoring stage wins. Daniel Suarez, the only one between the two without a stage win, but he's still up there with stage points. He's still up there with good, solid finishes and good, solid competitive runs. We obviously saw Ross Chastain potentially get scrubbed from a potential victory last weekend. Finished fantastic anyway, but potential victory with damage on that car after there was a little too much camber in that race car, and it wore out the inner edge of the tire, because camber is when, say, wall of the car, the tire is bent inwards or out. You have positive and negative camber, so it pushed way too much pressure on that inside edge of the tire, wore it out way too quickly, and just shredded the tire. It happened to Tyler Reddick, who also was up there leading laps, was being competitive. And who else did it happen to? Ricky Stenhouse Jr., again, another driver with a fantastic run, who we haven't really been seeing have these kinds of runs in the past. This car's brought a lot of parity. I know it's a little bit of rambling of a video, but make sure you guys get onto the Twitter, follow the instructions on how to win those. It's your choice. Make sure you guys go on and support your local diecast pages on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever it may be. Let's show those guys some love. There's not enough love out there for the online NASCAR diecast community. I posted that on Twitter the other day. I saw a huge response on it, and great to see. So, again, with that being said, I'm a diecast guy. You guys like diecast. Let's add some diecast to your collection. Have a good one, guys.